Hey, Chris, what's been your impression so far of freshman Michael Hage with the University of Michigan? So let's talk Michael Hage. He was obviously on FloHockey all last year as a member of the Chicago Steel. We had just a tremendous amount of contact with him over the course of the season, many conversations with Michael, a number of stories written about him, plenty of highlight reels. So how's it going in college? Through 4 games, he's got 3 goals and 6 points. I think he's doing pretty well. Now, Michigan has had a bit of a lighter schedule. I think Minnesota State, they split with. They had a win and a tie against Arizona State as well. But Hage has had points in every game. And he's also scoring in similar ways to what he did at the USHL level, which is scoring using his speed to the outside, cutting to the middle, making a play. That's one thing that I think he probably needs to get a lot of credit for, is that when he does have the puck, he's always looking for ways to get to the interior. Now, he can be a perimeter player at times, especially defensively, and it does, it's one of the reasons why I think that it prevented him from being an even higher draft pick. But what we saw from him most of the first few games, and this is another player, I didn't see every game that he's played so far. I've seen snippets of games. But what I've seen is this is a player that is progressing. As he continues to get stronger, he's going to be able to make that move to the middle even more effectively. He'll defend better. He'll do all those things. So, I think at Michigan, he is going to be given the opportunity to flourish in terms of his skill, which he has a boatload of. He has a ton of speed. There's so much to like about his game overall. But over the first, he's got goals in each of his last 3 games. And he has to be good for them. They've lost so much from last year's roster. They need him to be one of their offensive leaders. He has taken that mantle right away. 2 good games so far. Once they get into the teeth of the Big Ten schedule, we'll be able to evaluate them even better. But I think that Michael Hage is definitely progressing and showing that the transition from USHL to college, and the fact that his continued progression, because remember, last year, incredible second half of the season, that is continuing in the first half of the season. Not off to the same slow start. He's been through a lot over the last year plus, losing his father in a tragic circumstance, and really for him, watching him continue to flourish, he's the kind of player that you are going to root for because of what he's been through. And I think that really for me, it's been it's not a surprise to see what he's doing for Michigan, but it's certainly, you wonder how a player like him makes the transition so far so good.